When people think of Portugal's music, they might think of the traditional music of the past. But Portugal's music is full of hidden gems. In pockets around Portugal, an underground scene of local artists is pushing the boundaries of musical creativity.
These artists are true pioneers, taking from past traditions, but then making something entirely new. The story of Portugal's modern music can begin with the traditional sound many people associate with Portugal, but it certainly does not end there.
Soulful, melancholy, and full of longing, this is Fado. It first emerged on the streets of Lisbon about 200 years ago, where voices sang passionately about romance, loss, and the struggles and hopes of the working class. Over time, it spread and evolved.
To many, Fado represents the soul of Portugal. It gives voice to saudade. There's no real word in English that captures the meaning of this word, but if you have ever felt a deep, powerful wave of nostalgia, intense longing, and a love for what is out of reach, then you have felt saudade. During the mid-1900s, fadista Amália Rodrigues of Lisbon brought Fado to the music world mainstream. Her personality, charisma, and beautiful voice helped to spread the fame of Portugal's beloved music genre.
For people of Lisbon, Fado is still the voice of the working class. Fadistas sing in intimate venues called casas de fado. They may improvise lyrics over melodies, singing passionately and with powerful vocal intensity. Fado has always been important in Portugal, and lately it's been brought even more attention on the world stage. Portugal's young, iconic singer Carminho drew attention to Fado when she performed in the Oscar-winning film Poor Things, captivating Emma Stone's character with her magical singing.
Fado is a huge contributor to Portugal's musical heritage, and with its growing fame, there's often the misconception that Fado, along with Portugal's traditional folk music, make up the entirety of Portuguese music. However, nothing could be further from the truth. And Carminho herself helps to prove that. She's the daughter of a famous Fado singer, but she likes to give her own Fado singing a modern twist.
Carminho uses the traditional Portuguese guitar and acoustic guitar in her performances, but she likes to add elements like electric guitar, lap steel, and mellotron. Her latest album was produced in Chicago by famous American producer Steve Albini. Carminho also likes to collaborate with other artists in different genres, like Portuguese soul funk band HMB.
Carminho wants to break new ground with Fado, following in the recent footsteps of fadista Ana Moura.
For example, to sing a traditional fado or to play it in a different way, because we have to bring something new.
Fadistas like these cross genres and push the boundaries. But Portugal's music scene is not just Fado. It's a vibrant melting pot of sounds, styles, and talent waiting to be discovered. There are many adventurous, talented musical artists breaking boundaries in Portugal. They may be lesser known around the world, but they are certainly worth a listen.
One of our favorite bands in Portugal was Dead Combo. This two-piece instrumental band blended rock, fado, and spaghetti western movie music, along with elements of African and South American music. Hearing them play is like watching Tom Waits enter the saloon in a Robert Rodriguez film. We actually had tickets to see Dead Combo play when we first moved to Portugal.
But sadly, one of the members was losing a battle to cancer, and that concert never took place. Dead Combo captured a vibe that is distinctly their own and uniquely Portuguese.
Another favorite artist that is gaining a lot of attention on the world stage is Maro. Maro has perfected the art of quiet soulfulness.
Maro has collaborated with Jacob Collier, and she counts Eric Clapton and Billie Eilish among her fans.
Surma, from Leiria, is an adventurous musical powerhouse. She studied voice and double bass, with her roots in jazz, but then expanding to pop, rock, and electronica. Surma's kind of a wizard on stage, and she's sometimes called the Bjork of Portugal, but she has a sound that is all her own. She's played all over the world, including at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
Portugal also has its melancholic indie post-rock band in First Breath After Coma. This band, also from Leiria, has elements of Fleet Foxes, Radiohead, and Explosions in the Sky in its sound.
In Porto, the quirky duo Best Youth makes their own colorful blend of electronic indie rock and dream pop.
You have a nice face. Yeah.
And if you're a fan of the blues, head to Braga to hear Buddha Power Blues. Buddha is not only a gifted, soulful guitarist and singer, but he also spearheads a blues organization in Braga, and he puts on a big blues festival every year that features international artists.
These are just a few of the interesting artists and bands in Portugal, each breaking boundaries in their own ways. Portugal may be famous for fado, but it has many more flavors of music in its soul.
Of course, it's true that many parts of Portugal cater to the tourist industry, and much of the readily visible music reflects that. Buskers in the streets and bands in clubs are often playing the hits of the past decades. Many of these are talented singers and musicians, but this sector of music is just a small part of the story.
There's a history of rock music in Portugal that reveals itself all over the country, rising out of cities such as Coimbra, Leiria, Porto, and Lisbon. The rock music of the US and the UK has really resonated with the Portuguese, and they've developed their own rock tradition that has truly cemented itself into the culture.
Classical music is also really important in Portuguese culture, with a high standard of excellence. Across the country, young people can be heard performing even in small towns at a very impressive level. Some of these go on to take their classical skills and use them in new ways. Here's one of our favorites, American artist Candace Springs, who we saw record a tribute album to Billie Holiday with the orchestra from the small town of Espinho.
New Portuguese artists are rising up all the time, bringing their unique blend of genres and styles to appreciative audiences of all sizes. So when you drive down these streets of Portugal, you never know what great music might be going on behind closed doors.
And if you're lucky, you might find yourself playing with some of these great Portuguese artists and musicians. Here I am playing with the talented singer Ellandrie.
So what's it like being an artist in Portugal? Here's guitarist, songwriter, producer, and musical director Bruno Ferreira to give some perspective on that.
All right, tell me what you like about being an artist or a musician here in Portugal.
Portugal is a country where you can have space for yourself. It's a very calm country. You cannot say it's the country that has the most various markets in music business, but it's where I can be calm, I can work, I can have my rhythm. You know, things go slow outside, so I can be good energy to do my stuff, man. You can have a very balanced life. You can work for all around the world from your home studio like me.
What are some of the challenges?
I think the challenge is always like in every place as a musician, you know, you have to be always searching for where to make your life. So in Portugal is also the market is a little market. You have to search for, there is work as a musician, there is a place to do stuff, but you have to do lots of different stuff. But I always have that kind of challenge everywhere where I stayed, you know. But yes, if you only concentrate in the Portuguese market to make music, almost impossible, because yes, you can do it, but it's very little. It's not a big market. In the side of professional, that's one of the biggest challenges.
All right, Bruno, first of all, it was a pleasure playing music with you today.
Thank you, my friend.
I was wondering if you have any words of encouragement or advice for other musicians maybe looking to move to Portugal.
The encouragement is simple, man. Come because you're gonna be very welcome. Portugal is a very nice place to be, to live. If you want to work, if you want to get time. Yes, because it's important to get time to create, to do creations, to be able to create, to give yourself time to build something. You are 2 hours, 3 hours from all the Europe, where are the big cities. But they don't have the weather like we have, you know, with this. Yes, if you can bring me some Gibson's, Fenders, everything. I'm joking. And come and always be welcome. Myself, I was living in Paris for almost 15, 17 years. I'm from here, but I'm staying. I'm very glad. I'm working as never I work it. I have lots of space to build. So be welcome, everyone.
All right, Bruno, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Portugal has been discovered by the international music community, but the world has yet to discover the rich musical heritage of Portugal. From fado to the cutting-edge blends of rock, funk, jazz, blues, electronica, and pop, Portugal has so much music to offer, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Thanks so much for watching our video. Please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.